name is Patrick Hoefner, and I started the California Medical Weight Management first week of September. I've been on it about three and a half months right now. Total weight loss has been 70 pounds. I feel great. The people that work are telling me I'm starting to get a little too thin. I still want to go a little bit, about 10 more pounds I would like to lose, actually get below 200. When I first came in, I set my goal actually at 230, and I flew by that after 2 months. So last time I weighed, when I came in last week, I was at 211, and now I'm ready to try to get down to 200. And my goal is to stay between 205 for the rest of my life. What I like about this program is I've tried diets in the past. I did the Fin diet when it was out, and as soon as we got off of it, we went right back up. This diet, you learn about food. There was a lot of things that I learned that I never knew before. I never knew that you could subtract fiber content out of carbohydrates to get a max carbohydrate. That was just stuff. There were times during the diet where I actually gained a pound during the week. But for me, I wasn't really a failure. I saw it as, well, the fact that if I have a heavy week where I decide I want to eat a little bit more, the next 3 or 4 days, I know how to get rid of what I had for that heavy day. So with what I'm learning on here, I hope to basically from now on never get back up to where I'm going, where I was up to 286, because I was pretty big. I've got energy that will not stop now. I mean, it's just, I run upstairs at work. I work for FedEx, so going up to the aircraft, I'm running up the stairs rather than just slowly, waddling up there. So the people that work, like I said, they just watch me go week after week after week. Well, how much you lost? Wow, you're getting too skinny. My name is Patrick, and my nickname there was Jack, because when I first started, they called me Lumberjack. Well, now it's switched to Flaco. So, but the program, I would definitely recommend it. What's good about the program too is in the first month, if you're like me, you want to see results. I think on diets, if you lose 2 or 3 pounds a week, it tends to make you say, okay, it's not really working. But when I was coming in the very first week, I lost 11 pounds. Okay, and then the very first few times, so I was down 30 pounds the first month, so about a pound a day. And you're never really hungry, because the food that they're allowing you to eat, the protein and then the salads, it fills you up. I'm walking around going, well, I'm full. I've always said for a long time, I said, I want to go get down again. And then in August, I got up to 286. And I always said if I got up to 280, because I was always heavy. When I was in high school, I was already over 200 pounds. And right before I got married, when I came back from the oil fields working, I was at 195. And that was the thinnest I ever got. But then I just started moving up. I also used to be a smoker. So when I quit smoking, first thing you do is you start to eat. So I started going up. So I said, when I hit 280, that's going to be the point where I'm really obese. So I hit 280 back in August, and I just said, okay, it's time. Of course, there's a church bazaar, so I decided to go to the church bazaar before I started my diet. So because they have all the kind of food I like to eat. But the diet, it makes you look at food. It makes you, we do not go to the grocery store now without flipping the package over to see what's actually in it. So, and that was mainly my goal. I didn't know about the California medical diet until I came in here and had my annual physical with Dr. Thomas. And then I noticed the signs that said 20 pounds in 30 days. And I said, well, and I asked him about it. So then I had a consultation, and the next week I decided, okay, I'm going to go on there. So, and even though a lot of it when you first come in is they say, well, it depends on how well you stick to the diet. Okay, but like I said, the food they give you, you're not really hungry. If you stick to what it is, the guidelines they say, you're going to lose the weight. You're going to lose the weight. And it's fantastic. Our Thanksgiving Day celebration with the family, most of my family, only my mom had seen me prior to when I was obese. So when I went to Thanksgiving Day and walked in, the whole family was just, because one of my nieces is also selling another product that, with shakes and stuff like that, just for health. And she was having a shake party. And I said, well, I've got a surprise for you when you see me Thanksgiving. And then they walk in. They kind of knew I had lost weight, but they had no idea that I had already lost 70 pounds. And like I said, people at work, when they see every week, well, how much you lost now, how much you lost? And every week I go in, 5 more pounds, 4 more pounds. And of course, the 2 weeks I went up 1 pound. And then Halloween week, I actually creeped back up 3. My weakness was candy. And during Halloween, I wouldn't keep away from the candy bowl. So that was a bad week, but the next week, boom, immediately down 7 more pounds. When I was fat, I always was subconscious about it, you know, well, God, because I would actually look, and I feel bad about this, but I would look at other fat people. I mean, real big guys, and tell my wife, honey, if I ever get that like that, let me know. And then one day you look in the mirror and you go, hey, I'm there, you know? And then, so being the way it is now, I have a lot more confidence. You stand taller, you know, you feel real good, but the energy level that I'm at now is just, you know, being at 53, it's kind of like you just gain 10 more years of life, you know? You feel like you're 43 again, 45, in that range, and you got a lot more energy, so. Plus you get to go buy a bunch of new clothes. I haven't bought any new clothes yet, so my pants, you know, without a belt, I walk to the bedroom, they're coming off, so. And then they laugh because everything's bunched up at the side right now, but I wanna hold off until the spring and then just go and get all brand new clothes at that point. Read the book, and there's so much information in there just on basic food facts. And like I said, I know now that if I want to monitor myself, stay between 200, 205, that if I get up to 207, 208, I know what to do for the next 3 days to immediately be right back down there. So if you see yourself creeping up, boom, get right back into ketosis and start flushing that fat out. I actually have friends that are on, it's not really another company diet. They basically did their own low carbohydrate diet. They eat low carb pasta, low carb tortillas, but they never get to the point where they're flushing their carbs completely out of their system. So they'll have like a low carb breakfast and lunch and then go eat a huge carb dinner. I said, well, you're not really, you know, because I did, you know, once you get the carbs out of your muscles and you start burning that fat, it just starts coming off. And the thing about this diet is, like they said it targets your stomach area. And for me, that's where my fat was. I was like a pear. Okay, it was all sitting right there on my stomach, which is supposedly the worst kind of fat you can have. First 20 pounds, nobody really noticed. I said, well, I've already lost 20 pounds. But then I got to 30. Then I started looking, hey, you're losing a little weight. And I was down to 250. Then it was 240. Then I met my goal at 230. And then when I came to weigh last time, she goes, wow, you blew right by your goal. I said, well, when I got to 230, I said, I'm not stopping. I didn't think I would really get to 230. I thought that would be you know, but then when I got to 220, 215, now my next goal is I want to see come in and get to those 208s, 209s. So Thursday when I come in, I expect to be 207, 208. And eventually, like I said, I'd like to get below 200 if it will happen. So there's just a little bit left in here I think I can get rid of. So I won't say that I'm not going to sit down and have a huge Mexican combination plate. No, and I love Mexican food, tacos, tortillas, but I know now that if I choose to have chicken tacos for lunch, for dinner I'm going to have a chef salad. I'm going to have something without fat in it. No, I know that, you know, it's all right to have one big meal, because being where I work now, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work, working at FedEx. So my breakfast is something whatever's quick at 2:30 in the morning. Now with the bars, the Quest bars that we have, we use those. And then usually the lunch is going to be the biggest one, because I'm usually in bed too early at night to want to eat something big. So usually our lunch is our big meal. And then for dinner, I downsize. No, as far as going back to just eating 3 huge carbo-laden, no, carbs are something I really watch now. So when we go to restaurants and stuff like that, it's like in the morning, you know, I want a plate of machaca, but instead of the beans and rice, bring me a salad. And most of the restaurants, they're getting used to that because there's a lot of people out there getting rid of the beans and rice. That was the hardest part of the diet. When she said no pasta, no beans, no rice. My wife is Asian, so we have, you know, so I said, honey, I'll make you some rice, because I do a lot of the cooking, so I'll make you rice if you want it. But they said, you know, there are some things that kind of hurt on a diet, but to be quite honest, there were days during the diet I said, you know what, I'm gonna go have some rice today. But then again, like I said, you know food so well, over the next 3 days, you can kind of correct what you ate that day. So, and as long as you're not eating, you know, 5 or 6 servings of rice, just a regular small serving of rice. But like I said, the knowledge you get from this diet is what's going to, after you're long gone and completely out of the program, that knowledge is still going to be here. And that's the key to keeping me in this, where I'm at right now, which is phenomenal. I haven't felt this good in years.